Hello, 4th and 5th graders. We are going to do a project together. This is our woven paper project. This is our first project that we're going to do away from school. So look through your packet. Make sure you have your construction paper. You've got a pair of scissors with you, your woven paper project instructions, and very important, you need this black cardstock. Notice that you have two of them that have the white stripe all the way across the top, and one is already folded for you. This is the first one that we're going to use. The second one is just in case you mess up. But I'm hoping that with this video that we'll be able to do one together, and then maybe you can do one later on. So let's use this folded piece of black cardstock. I'm going to take my instructions and set it to the side for now. I have my black cardstock with the white stripe at the top. And what we're going to do is we are going to cut some lines into it. Now, this is kind of a heavy cardstock, so it may be hard to make any curved or wavy lines, and so that's why I'm going to make just some straight lines. And I'm not going to use a pencil, but you can use a pencil if you want to. I am just going to kind of freehand it, but I need to make sure that my cuts do not cross each other, okay? So I'm going to start cutting from the bottom up to the top, not going past that white line. You see how I did that? Not going past that white line. That way this is still joined up here, okay? So now I'm going to go a little further over, and I'm going to go in the same direction. And like I said, if you want to use pencil to make your lines first, you can do that. I'm just kind of freehanding mine. We'll see how it looks after I get it done. It's all a kind of experiment anyways, isn't it? But we're having fun, that's okay. So cut your lines. Just making sure they don't cross over each other, okay? Because that'll kind of mess us up. Here we go. Now, I have all of mine cut out, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to open it up, and we're going to see how it turned out. Okay. So now I have, see how this is? Looks like a little accordion, doesn't it? It's kind of strange. Okay, so I'm going to flatten this out, really nice and flat. Now, see this white stripe again? I'm going to turn this over so I don't see that anymore, okay? So we don't need that white stripe anymore. Now, I have already cut out a bunch of colors. I've already cut out a bunch of colors here. Let me see. Yes, I've already cut out a bunch of colors of strips that I'm going to use. I'm going to use a bunch of cool colors. I like these. I like those colors. Now, if you do not have a ruler at home, like you can use a ruler to draw your lines and then cut. If you do not have a ruler at home, you can actually use that folder that I gave you, and you can put it against your construction paper, and you can draw a line just like that. See, it's just as straight as a ruler. I'm going to set that aside because I'm not using yellow. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these paper strips, and I'm going to start weaving them into my black. Okay. Now, I really like this color, so I'm going to start weaving that first. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do 2 or 3 of these with you, and then I'll pause it and do the rest. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to do this. So we're going to take this from the right, we're going to work from the right and go to the left. We're going to lay this on top of this first black section, And then we're going to go under the second black section. See it poking through there? We're going to go over the third, and then under the fourth, and then over the middle part, and then under, and then over, and then under again, and then over again. So that turned out pretty nice, huh? And we're going to scoot that all the way up that we can. There we go. So it's nice and tight in there. Okay. The next color that I'm going to choose is, let's go with this. Now, I didn't tell you about the size of stripes you can use. I kind of made mine thin, but if you want whiter stripes, whiter colored stripes, you can make yours whiter if you want to. You can even experiment and make some of them a little wavy if you want to. I wouldn't go crazy with the waves, but maybe on a couple of them that might look pretty cool. Now, as we weave this one, we don't want to do the same thing, do we? What we're going to do, we're going to do just the opposite. Now, instead of going over, we're going to go under the first one. There we go. Now, we're going to go under the first one, over the second one, under the third one, and over the fourth one. Under the middle one, and over the next one. Over, under, over, under. Now, it should end up where it's going under, just like the first part. And we're going to scoot this up as far as we can. Here we go. It might take a little bit of doing to get it nice and tight in there. Okay, but just work with it. Be gentle so you don't tear your construction paper. Now, we've got the first two stripes woven, and I'm going to use my light pink on the next one. Now, for the third one, we're going to do it just like we did the first one. It's going to go over the first one and then under. Okay? Just like that. Over, under, over, under. Okay? And we're going to keep doing that until we get all the way through. So what kind of colors are you guys using? Are you using your favorite colors? Are you using something that maybe you can give to somebody as a gift? Are you using colors that you already have in maybe your bedroom? Those are always questions that I have. Why do they use certain colors? Maybe they're going to hang them up in their bedroom or in their bathroom or something like that. Here we go. So now, as you can see, we've got our first, second, and third stripes done. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and pause my video, and I'm going to work on the rest of mine, and I'm going to let you do that at the same time. So I'm going to work on mine, and you can work on yours, and I will see you in a little bit. Okay? Alright, welcome back. So, do you have all of your pieces woven in? I decided to go ahead and do all of mine. So, here we are. This is what mine looks like. Now, if you notice, it does hang off the edge a little bit. That's okay. We can always go back in and trim those off. But we don't want these loose edges, do we? Because those might easily tear. So what you're going to do, you're just going to take your glue stick and you're going to bend back those little pieces and glue them down, okay? So I want you to do that for each of those. And after you're done, if you want to take your scissors, you can go ahead and trim off the little edges that are hanging off your black cardstock, okay? Now, in order to do this, you're going to have to turn it over and do the other side as well, because, well, there's the other pieces of strips that you need to do. So I'm going to show you. There we we go. So I'm going to turn mine over. See, I still have blue strips, don't I? So we're going to take the glue and we're just going to glue those down. So I hope you all enjoyed this project. It kind of gave us an introduction to weaving if you haven't done any weaving yet. This is kind of an easy way to be introduced to weaving. I was going to have you all do some weaving with yarn, but it was a little bit more difficult. So maybe we'll do that next year or when we get to come back. Okay, so I'm going to turn mine back over. We've got it all done, and I may go ahead and trim off some of these. All I have to do is take my scissors along the edge of my black cardstock and just cut off the ends of those strips. You can do that if you want to make it look a little bit more finished. Here we go. So I hope you like this project, and maybe you only had to use one of your pieces of black cardstock. So you know what? You can do it again. Make one for maybe a friend or a grandparent. Send it in the mail. That'd be kind of fun. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will send you another video for our next project. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye-bye.